Good morning everyone, this is BremSter, and today I'm going to try and record another puzzle by Strosahl called Killer Palindrome. I believe this is an older puzzle, but yeah, I should have checked that. But anyway, doesn't matter how old the puzzle is, if it's got good logic in it, and Strosahl's puzzles normally do, then that's what matters. What's going on? We should be starting a new puzzle series on the channel soon, which should take us up to Christmas, which I've been working on just in the background for about a year now. And realistically, that's about it. Yeah. Sorry, I'm struggling with either a cold or a flu. Doctor says it might just be really bad hay fever. The hay fever here in Melbourne at the moment is absolutely terrible. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it all goes. So let's have a look at the puzzle. So normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have killer. So digits in cages must sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage, and digits cannot repeat within a cage. So these 3 digits will sum to 22. These 5 digits will sum to 24, but this digit cannot repeat in any of those cells because no digit may appear more than once in a cage. Palindromes. So the grey line is a palindrome, and the digits on the line must read the same in either direction. What that means is, say this was 1, 2, and 3, then this must be 1, 2, and 3, because whatever we're reading on the line, we must read the same as we go along the line. That's how that works. And that would continue along the line. It's just not just the ends, it's the whole line. And then difference pairs. Digits separated by a white dot must differ by exactly 2. So these are all 2 difference dots. So these digits will be 2 apart. They're the rules of the puzzle. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. Now, I'm pretty certain I can tell what that digit is, because an entire box of a Sudoku contains all of the digits from 1 to 9. If you add the digits from 1 to 9 together, you get 45. So all of these sum to 45. But those sum to 25, so those have to sum to 20, but those sum to 12. So 20 minus 12, that is an 8. So this is an 8 by palindrome, because the second digit from each end of the palindrome is an 8. Now, this is a 12 without using an 8, 9, 3, 7, 5. So it's 9, 3 or 7, 5. That's really all I know. Now, I do know, well, actually, this is 45 minus 23. So this is 22 without an 8. Now, you can't do 22 without using a 9. Particularly without using a 9 and an 8, because it'd be 765, and 765 is only 18. So there must be a 9 in here. So it's 9, and then I'm after 2 digits that sum to 11. So 7, 4 or 5, 6. So this is either 9 with 5, 6. Well, it can't be 9, 5, 6, because if this was 9, 5, 6, because with 2 digits that sum to 11, because, as I said, these sum... Wait a minute. No. Wait. I got that wrong. These sum to 22, not 20. So it's 9 and 2 digits that sum to 13. So it's 9, 6, 7. It is 6, 7, 9. But these differ by 2. So this is the 7, 9. And this is the 6. So this is either a 3 or a 5, depending on how, if this is a 9, this is a 3. If this is a 7, this is a 5. And we know these are basically the other digits. There must be a 9 in here, because, as I've already covered, 22 must have a 9 in it. There must be a 9 in here. But I can't put the 9 here, because if I put the 9 here, I couldn't put a 9 in this cage. Again, if you don't put 9 into a 22, the maximum it could be would be 876. Sorry, yeah, 876. 8 and 7 is 15 plus 6 is 21. So this is the 9, so this is not the 9. And to do... So the other digits sum to 13 without using 9. So they're 8, 5 or 7, 6. So these are 7, 6, 8, 5 and 9 without the 9 being there. So these are all 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 1, 2, 3 or 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So 5 and 8 are in those cells. So does that do anything for the 20? Probably. Well, there's no 8 in either of those. There is a 9 in one of those for exactly the same reason. There's no 8 there. So 8 is in one of those two. I wonder if there's a parity trick going on here. There is a 9 in one of those. If I was better at the large... I find large cage killer Sudoku quite tricky. Although this cage is incredibly powerful. Because this is 45 and this is 21. Well, this is 6 cells summing to 21. So these are 1 through 6. These are 7, 8, 9. Because the only way, if you add the 6 lowest digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, you get to 21. The other way of looking at it is 45 minus 21 is 24. I have 3 cells to get to 24. The 3 largest digits are 7, 8, 9. So this becomes the 9, which means 9 comes out of those. The 8 looks up, taking 8 out of both of those. That's the 7, that's the 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's an 8. And that is the middle of the line. That 8 takes, or 8 comes out of both of those. This becomes an 8. Now there's no 8 or 9 in that 20 cage. If there's no 7 in it, 6, 5, 4, 3. 6, 5, 4, 3 is only 18. 4, 3 is 7, 6, 5 is 11. So there must be a 7 in that cage, and it's not there. So this can't be 7, 8, or 9. What if there's no 6 in it? It'd be 3, 4, 5, 7. 3, 4, 5, 7. Well, 3, 4 is 7. 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 5 is 19. So there must be a 6 in this cage as well. So it's 6 and 7, which is 13, and 2 digits that sum to 7, which are not 1, 6. They're not 2, 5. It is 3, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, this is 3, 4, 6, 7. Because 5 isn't available because 5 in this column. This is 3, 4, 6, 7. Right. And there's no 7 there. So these are 1, 2, and 5. And there's no 5 there, so this is a 1 or a 2. Okay. Oh, 9 comes out of here. So is it these? Yeah, these, because this is a 22 cage with a 7 in it. So these 5 cells have to add to 15. So they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they can't have any repeats in them. 8 is in one of those two, but 8 can't be there because that would reflect there. That's not an 8, that's an 8. This has 8 and 9 in it now. So 8 and 9 is 17, so this is a 5-9 pair. Because what plus 17 is 22? 5. And the 9 here is looking at making that the 5 and that the 9, which is putting 9 down here. Now, 9 here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't put 9 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I can put 9 there. 9 here would put 7 there. If I put 9 in a 12 cage, it would need to go with 1, 2. Can this be 9, 1, 2? 7, 9, 1, 2? Maybe? Okay. So if this is a 1, this is a 3. If this is a 2, this is a 4. Because there's a 2 difference between those digits. What is this 12 gauge? Is that what I'm looking at? Because these cells reflect to here. Oh! Those cells are these cells. So where are they in box 5? They have to be here. And they can't be 9. So they're those cells. So there must be a 7 in them. Because this digit... Pardon me. There must be a 7 in one of these. And there must be a 7 in one of these. Because these two cells, by palindrome, are the same as these two cells. That cell is that cell is that cell. So where are they in column 6? They can't be here, and they can't be here, and they can't be 9 because I can't put 9 in either of those cells. So there's 7 and whatever that cell is. So there's a 7 in one of those, which makes that the 9, that the 7, which makes that the 5, which takes 5 out of all of those. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the 1, 2. 1, 2. These are the 3, 4. Which takes 3, 4 out of there. Takes 3, 4 out of there, giving me a 1, 2 pair, taking 1, 2 out of there. That's a 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we know the 5 is in one of those. These sum to 13. 8, 5 does work. It's possible I've missed something. But what can this be? Well, there's no 5 here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, or 6. Well, it can't be 1 or 2, because I can't use 1, 2. So this is 3, 4, can't be 5, or 6. So these are 3, 4, 6, or 7. This was 9, 1, 2. I mean, There's also a relationship between those two cells. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This isn't 3 or 4. This is a 1 or a 2. Giving me a 1, 2 pair, which makes sense. Because it already determined that couldn't be a 1, 2 because I can't put 1, 2 in those cells. There is a 1 or a 2 up here. Can I put a 1 in there? Yeah, I can. There is definitely a 7 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is definitely a 7 in there. I expect my brain is just fog. The puzzle isn't a fog puzzle, but my brain is a fog puzzle. So these are the same. These are the same. I'm not sure what that's doing for me. And these are the same, but different from green. It's probably... Well, hang on, I know what these sum to. Because 20 plus 22 is 42. So these have to sum to 3. This is 1, 2. Because it has to sum to 3. So this is the green 1, 2. So there's no 1, 2 in either of those. This is the green 1, 2. So the green 1, 2 is down here. Is the orange 1, 2 down here? The green 1, 2 is in one of those, but it can't be there because the green 1, 2 isn't 2 away from 5, 6, or 7. So this is the green 1, 2. And the green 1, 2 is now in one of those because it can't be here. Now the orange 1, 2 is in here. Well, this is the orange 1, 2. I don't know that this is helping me at all. I think I've just missed something. Orange 1, 2 is in one of those. Well, the orange 1, 2 is in here. So this is the orange 1, 2 because I have to put orange 1, 2 in this cage and I can't put it there. So it's in one of those two. Right, so this can't be a 9 because this would need to be 9, 1, 2 and I can't put it because the orange 1, 2 is in here. This isn't the 9, this is the 9, this is the 7, which means this is the 7 and I can uncolour the 7s. This is 3, 4 or 6. This is 3, 4 or 6. Okay. Now, pardon me. There's no 7 there. Three, 4, 3 and 4 are definitely in there. And 3 and 4 are definitely in there. But this is the orange 1, 2. So this isn't the 3, 4. So this can't be 1, 2. I don't know if I need to colour 3, 4s. The orange 1, 2 is in one of those. Wait, I got that as a 9. So that's a 9. Well, that's cool. Is it? How do I make 12 now? If this is a 1, these would need to sum to 11. I couldn't use 9, 2. It'd be 5, 6. So it's 1, 5, 6. If it's a 2, they have to sum to 10. So there must be a 6 in here. Because if it's 1, they'd have to sum to 11 and be 5, 6 because they don't have 7, 8, 9 available. If it's 2, they have to sum to 10 without 7, 8, 9 available. They're 4, 5, it's 4, 6, 4, 6. So this is 4, 5, 6. There's no 6 in either of those. This is 2 away from that. So this can't be a 4 because 4 could only go next to 2 or 6. In fact, this is odd, so this has to be even. Oh no, this is odd, so this has to be odd. 6 isn't 2 away from either of those. That's the 5. This is the 6, which means this is the 1, and green becomes 1, and orange becomes 2. Well, that's cool. So I can select all the green and turn off green. I can select all the orange and turn off orange. Okay, 5 is 2 away from 7. So these now have to sum to 15, which is 6, 9. So that's the 6, that's the 9. I can take 6 out of there. That's the 5, that's the 8, which is 22, which is great. There's no 6 here. This is the yellow 3, 4, so 6 comes out of those. This is a different colour 3, 4. Let's make it blue. There's no 1 in those. There is definitely a 2, but there's no 5 in those. These are 2, 3, 4. There's definitely a 2 in them. There is definitely a 2 in there. But we know what these digits are. 3, 4, 8. 3, 4, and 8 is 15. So that's a 5, which means this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We put the 9 in. Now these, well, we know what they are, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 6, 7, 13 plus 9 is 22. So that just works. Great. The 8 looks down saying that's not the 8. That's a 3, 4, 5. So we know what these two are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. The 7 makes that the 6 and that the 7, and I can take 7 out of those. So these 2, 3, 4 must contain a 2, and I'm broken? How is that going to work? Because if this is 2, 3, 5 plus 7 is 12, and that would need to be 9. 2, 4 is 6. 6 plus 7 is 13. And that would need to be 8. So this has to be 2, 4, 8. Which means that's not 8, that's 8. That just works, doesn't it? These are 1, 3, 5. Now 1, 3, 5 is 9, plus 6 is 15. This is now a 9. So this is a 7, which is 2 away from 9, making that the 6 and that the 7. Wow. The 5 looks up saying that's not the 5. 5 is in one of those two. But this isn't a 1. The 3, 4 actually makes that the 5. This is a 1, 3. And these... Hang on, this feels broken. 1, 2, 4, 6, which is 12. But it means that's the 3, that's the 4, that's the 3. Yeah, that works, doesn't it? But yellow is now 3. So blue is 4, and I can get rid of all of the colouring. 3 and 4 come out of there. So the 6, 7 takes 6 and 7 out of those. These are the 3, 4. Okay, 5 is in one of those two. But I can do that by math. Because these are 17 plus 20, which is 37. These have to sum to 8. So they're 3, 5. So that's the 4, that's the 3, which makes that the 1 and that the 3. So these are 1, 2, 4, 6. So that's 13 plus 7, which is 20. There's no 1 there, there's no 6 there. That's the 2, 4 pair, which I'd expect from the column. There's no 2 or 4 there because of the row. There's no 2 there, by the way. The 3 comes out of there. The 6 comes out of there. Yeah, that works. Oh, the 3 comes out of both of those. That's just a 2, 4 pair. The 3 looks back, making that the 4 and that the 3. Oh. The 2 looks up, taking 2 out of there. This is a 1, 5. Yeah, that all works. The 7 looks up, making that the 6, that the 7. The 6 takes 6 out of there. The 4 takes 4 out of there. So this can't be 2, because that would need to be 4, and it can't be 6, that would need to be 4. So that is the 4, that's the 2, that's the 6. The 2 looks down, making that the 4 and that the 2. I love this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 6 makes that the 5 and that the 6. These are the 1 and the 2. Okay. The 5 makes that the 3 and that the 5. The 3 looks back, making that the 4 and that the 3. The 4 looks across, taking 4 out of there. The 6 looks across, making that the 1, which makes that the 2, which makes that the 4, which makes that the 6. The 5 looks back, making that the 1 and that the 5. The 1 looks back, making that the 2 and that the 1. And then I just need to resolve these. I can use either of those to do 2 and 4. That was good fun. 2 solves in 30 days. I think this puzzle is old enough that it actually has not been put on the counter until it was put into my testing sheet. That was really good. Actually, I think someone found it and recommended it. So it was probably the people who recommended it who ran this through Sudoku Pad. That was really fun. I enjoyed that one. That was great. Thank you, Scott. You do good puzzles. Puzzles don't need to be brutally hard to be fun. I do find large, like multi-cell larger cages to be trickier than smaller cages. And because you can't just memorize all of the numbers in them because there's so many different options. But it gives me an opportunity to try and improve my math. If you use the killer calculator, that's perfectly fine. And if that helps you solve it, and people who are just better at the math will absolutely destroy my time, and that's fine too. I do like these 2 cells being these 2 cells and having to be those 2 cells trick. Don't know if it was needed, but I loved it. It was good fun. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope things are going well for you all. And as always, good luck with your solving.